appearance. I am traveling southbound actually. What up with y'all, man? I can't see the comments because I'm traveling and shit, but what's up with everybody, man? How's everybody doing today? Y'all feeling good? It is a not too overcast day here in Baltimore, Maryland, and we out here sliding and gliding. I'm headed to the law library a little later on, so I will be doing a video in there, and I'll be posting up posts of exactly what I'm looking up and stuff like that. I plan on looking into the American jurisprudence while I'm there. So, you know, it's always good to get out there to the law library and see what they got going on. I was supposed to go with a few heads, but people backed out. You know how it go though, it's all good. Yes sir, that's what it is. We are rolling. How's everybody doing? Oh boy. What we talking about today, man? Just had a police officer just roll right past me and shit. I'm telling you, these plates is the shit. I like these plates, man. Yo, these plates is fire, yo. I done had about like 5 or 6 police officers roll right past me and shit with these private plates I got on, man. It's dope. You gotta know what to put on them though, so they don't fuck with you. But what's going on with you? Let me see if I can take a look in the comment section. What up, Zakiba? What up, Prof? What up with you? What's going on, Mike? Brandon, what's up with y'all, man? I keep my eyes on the damn road. Brandon, what's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing? But yeah, so yeah, I plan on getting up in here and looking up the American jurisprudence. I'm looking at that. I keep hearing and reading excerpts from the American jurisprudence that are very impressive, honestly. So I plan on looking at that. Yeah, I have diplomatic plates, I got private plates. But yeah, the research, I'm also gonna get these two. I want to get a certified copy of the Constitution for the United States of America, as well as the you know, different amendments that I find interesting. I'll get them certified copies. They're not cheap though. I heard they're like $40 a copy, but I mean, what's your price on information you think is valuable at that point? I think that's pretty cheap, honestly. You gotta be willing to invest in this kind of stuff. You ain't willing to invest, you're not really going to learn as much as you need to in it's sort of a time span. So sometimes you got to put cheese out in order to get the knowledge. But to me, knowledge is priceless, man. You know, the right knowledge, that's priceless. So, you know, paying $40 for a certified copy of something from the Library of Congress, that ain't shit. The way I see it, you put a certified copy in from the Library of Congress in a court case. You know what I mean? Like the right to travel or something, that shit should just dismiss, along with the right paperwork to accompany that shit. Should dismiss, man. We're gonna see though. It's all about traveling different paths, man, trying to see what's right, what works. That's absolutely right, Mike. We invested in ourselves, man. What up, Dion, man? It's good to see you up here, man. I ain't see you in the last couple months. Hope everything's good. But yeah, you definitely invested in yourself. You know, the knowledge I learned, I can pretty much divulge. So it's all investing in your mind and your brain and all that good stuff. So yeah, absolutely. I say it's a self-investment. Yep. Ain't nothing like knowing the law, man. Ain't no substitution for that shit. You gotta know it yourself. Gotta know it. But yeah, think about a lot of people, man, they don't really be trying to read no books. They want to just talk to people and stuff like that. But at some point, if you're really serious about the information we are interested in, you gotta get out there and you gotta read. You know, you gotta get books and stuff. Hey, listen to me, sounding like Yusuf El and shit. I'm sounding like Yusuf El. I'm over here with a car with exhaust on it, And shit, I'm talking about reading American jurisprudence. Jesus Christ. I'm becoming, I'm slowly becoming Yusuf L. Ain't necessarily a bad thing, but your dude sharp as fuck, so. But yeah, man, I agree with him though, man. You gotta get in the books. You gotta get in the books. I will not be on live tonight. I don't go live usually on Tuesdays. Only time I go live on Tuesdays is if I don't do a live on Sunday. So if I got something important to do and I can't do it on Sunday, I'll go ahead and do it on a Tuesday just to make sure I still get the information out. We had a great show Sunday, man. If you couldn't tune in, you know, we had an excellent show. You can still go back and watch it. We will be live again Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same old thing. And we'll be getting busy with the knowledge. Now we'll be talking about different things that are going on and such. But yeah, man, I was talking to, oh, by the way, I've been saying this and I'm gonna keep saying it to you guys in case you didn't catch the live and you didn't watch it. Go ahead and start grabbing gold and silver, man. I'm hearing all kinds of weird stories about the United States preparing for cyber attacks. And, you know, they gotta tell you some shit before they do it. So start grabbing. Y'all should have been grabbing gold and silver. If you don't got it yet, it's not too late. So it ain't too late. Get right on eBay and look up grams of silver. You can put that in and you'll see different grams of silver you can buy and just keep. Also buy yourself a little small safe too, so you can keep it in. You know what I mean? How much silver and gold you have really depends on you and, you know, what kind of safe you buy. All that stuff plays a factor in. So make sure you get yourself a safe too, because that's going to be your personal private bank. So if you got yourself a little safe or something like that, and you got, you know, some gold grams, or if you got some gold bars or whatever you got, you know, you get yourself a safe, man. Get yourself a safe. A lot of people say, well, yeah, you can just invest in crypto. Well, here's the problem with crypto, man. Crypto has been suffering just like the stock market has. If you look at the stock market over the last 3 months, the cryptocurrency market, like Bitcoin, for instance, was suffering too. So, like, they say they are connected, but that's not, I don't think that's true at all. They manipulate that just like they manipulate the stock market. You know what I mean? So, you can't really rely on that too, in my opinion. So, yeah. Like I said, ain't nothing like that good old-fashioned gold, silver coin, or whatever you can get your hands on. That's natural money, constitutional money. It's at Article 1, Section 10, Clause 1. Basically tells you what the money is. The money is gold or silver coin. Anything else is fiat, debt money. Just make sure you got that, because if something happens to that dollar, which if you look at the way the market is going, man, the dollar's losing value every day. It ain't that things are getting more expensive. It ain't that. It's that the dollar buying power is minimizing. So it takes more dollars to accomplish what you were going to accomplish before. And on top of that, a lot of these manufacturers, just like in 2008, if anybody remembers it wasn't even a depression, it was a recession of 2008. Well, that's what they call it anyway. If you remember the recession of 2008, you remember specifically that the grocery stores even started manufacturing less food. Like, I'm not going to say the grocery stores, but like the people who, you know, supply chains and grocery stores. Like, let's say Little Debbie's Cakes or something like that. That's for example. If you were to buy like a little cake or a cupcake or something, it got substantially smaller, but the price stayed the same. Sometimes the prices went up depending on where you were living at. So you were getting less food for more fiat. Slow ass shit. I'm driving slow. But now you get less food for more fiat. And the purpose of that is, or the reason for that is because the dollar was losing value. And then here's the thing. When they so-called stabilize the economy, the food never goes back up in size. It always stays small. You're never gonna see the cupcakes get larger size. They might do a slick boy on you and shit, and they might have a situation like a little candy bar might shrink, and then they might hit you with the king size, which is the regular size the old one was. You just don't goddamn remember it because it's been so long since you've seen it. And they charge you double for the king size. Like, yo, man, listen, bro. But this, you ain't supposed to be in that shit anyway. But it's just an example of how everything goes. Man, that's nice. Yo, I just seen another dude with private plates. Listen, man. It's so good to see people start to get into this knowledge. I'm really starting to see people traveling with private plates. It's becoming more and more common, man. It's becoming more and more common. Last week, when I was taking my son to get his hair done, I saw an Audi on the road, a black Audi A6, I think it was. And the Audi had private plates on it. And I just saw a Lexus. You know what's interesting though? Both times they had the hazard lights on. I don't know what that was all about. Coincidence, I suppose. But yeah, it's good to see people start to get this knowledge, man. People start to really learn how to travel. It's great. And I'd be willing to bet you a lot of these people probably are secure parties / creditors. A lot of these people are probably constitutionalists. A lot of these people are probably, they call themselves state citizens, foreign nationals, American nationals, state nationals. A lot of these people are basically using those terminologies probably for themselves. I'd be willing to bet most of these people got their passport cards too. So it's good to see people out there taking control of their own stuff, man, because I think the thing that made people buck back the hardest was the government tripping, like the corruption from the people in government. I think that might have been what caused the biggest lash out. Because a lot of people are saying like, yo, the shit they doing ain't right. They out of pocket, so now we gotta just go private and just disregard them completely in terms of certain things. You know what I mean? So, but it should all of it should go back to, no injured party, no crime. That's what the bottom line should be. No injured party, no crime. Nobody's property was damaged, nobody's rights were infringed upon, and nobody's body was injured. If there was none of those factors above, then there's no crime, and everybody stays free. As long as we roll by that, I think we'll be good, man. You know what I mean? Take it back to the Constitution. Your shit got too complex. Statutes, codes, ordinances, they overly complicate shit. Shit don't gotta be that complicated. But that's just my opinion, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. We talking about it in the chat, let's see. Hazard lights are signaling. Hey man, let me say something. I don't know if these dudes know something. I don't know. Maybe they know if you got private plates, you got to put your hazard lights on or something. I don't know. But I do know that two of the cats I seen that was traveling privately had their hazard lights on. So, I don't know. But I don't roll with my hazard lights on after that. You know what I mean? I just roll, man. You gotta be careful when you're in Maryland. You gotta keep your eyes on that road, bro, because I'm telling you, these people out here crazy. Somebody said something about an address. What happened? Let me see. If they have to ask you what's your address, you don't have an address. What did you put on your passport application? That's what I would say to that. What did you put on your passport application? What did you tell the Department of State? If you don't understand that, then you might want to go back and go back to the basics, because you clearly, if you have your passport, you knew what to write right there on the damn DS11. Why is this guy mashing on brakes? Yeah, but yeah, if you have your passport, you knew what to write on the DS11. So if somebody's asking you for an address, who has an address? The Ins Legis has an address. Do you think the people over there in North Sentinel Island have addresses? No, they don't. They don't have addresses because there's no damn straw mans in Legis. They're natural men and women. Therefore, they don't have address. So when they ask you for your address and you give them an address, you basically, in so many words, just said you're an Ins Legis dead or straw man, corporation, and you're pretty much under their jurisdiction. So to that, man, I just say go back to the basics. Cause what did you write on your passport application? And if you haven't even done the passport application yet, you all the way fucking around. Like you all the way fucking around. Should already had that. No social, okay. If the judge comes at you sideways, get their bonds from the governor or treasurer and secretary of state. Yep, Freedom of Information Act. Yeah, absolutely. Did you duplicate the MSO from a manufacturer? Your DMV gave it up. MSO? Oh, you're talking about the certificate of origin. I did not get the certificate of origin just yet. I didn't get it just yet. I actually was in the process of trying to do so, but every website I went to wanted you to give them a credit card to find the information. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not putting my credit card on a website I'm not familiar with. Not gonna do that. Not gonna put the credit card on there. Absolutely not. So nah, don't even do the care of, because I know a guy that caught a court case behind it. Don't even do the care of. Don't forget, when you tell these government officials care of, they leave that shit off and they just put the address. So nah, don't even do that, y'all. Don't even do that. I know a dude that caught a court case off of that shit. Dude was an ex-felon, and he is able to get he got an arm because he had his passport card. So he was able to purchase an arm from the dealer. Because once you become an American national, pretty much, all that other shit gets pushed to the side. So he got the arm and acquired it 100% lawfully. But lawful and legal aren't always equivalent. We know that. So he got in a motorcycle accident, and he had the arm in his backpack. So when the police officer came over to him, he searched his bag and shit to find his ID because he was knocked out. And when he found the arm, he went to the hospital. He didn't even get arrested right away. He went to the hospital, no problem. While he was in the hospital, they asked him for his address. So him being all medicated up and shit, he told him in care of, and they gave him the address. They left in care of off and put the address on there. A couple days later, police come up there and lock him up. He go to jail and shit. He got to go to court as soon as he get out of the damn hospital. So it turns out, when them public officials write that care of shit down, they leave care of, or excuse me, when you give them the care of instructions, they leave care of off because they don't know what that means, a lot of them. They'll just write the address, which is what happened to him. So yeah, he accidentally contracted with him, so then he had to fight the case. Now, he ended up getting off, but that's just, if anything, that case right there actually showed us why you shouldn't be using the address if somebody asks you for it. Now, what actually happened to me was when I got pulled over one time. You guys saw that on the video I posted last year. When I got pulled over, I was asked if I have anything with an address on it. I told him I'm a foreign national. So he obviously pulled somebody over before that knew this information. Even though he was probably a rookie, he might have had some years under his belt, or maybe he's about to enter, he's about to get promoted or something. Because the only people that know about this knowledge is people that have experience and notches under their belt. Rookies don't know shit about this knowledge. So a lot of times when you get hemmed up, it's usually a gung-ho rookie that has a hammer and everything looks like a nail. So that's what happens with that. But I was actually asked by him. He was like, yo, I need your, he was like, yo, well, all right, so look, he said, let me get your address or whatever. I said, I'm a foreign national. So he says, okay, well, where do you receive your mail? Then I told him in care of. Because once he said, where do I receive my mail? As a, what is that? That's a, what's the word I'm searching for? That's a, goddamn, it's a presumed contract, basically. So basically, you're presuming that you're aware that that's not my address. I can't remember what the word is, right? I'm brain dead, it escapes me. But it's a, it's like a presumed type contract. So if you asking me what my mailing address is, when I told you I'm a foreign national, that's obviously saying you're acknowledging that I don't have an address for my body, but I have an address where I receive my mail, which doesn't put me in your jurisdiction. So if they ask you what your mailing address is, then you tell them in care of, or where you receive your mail or something like that. But if they ask you what your address is, What did you put on your passport? I'm not even gonna give y'all the answer because you should know this. You should know this, man. And the information is out there, so don't be mad at me. The information is out there, and we talk about it every Sunday, just about. So you guys should know what to give them in terms of when people ask for your address. You know, minimum contacts, man. Fake numbers. The Department of State gives you the address. If a cop asks you what's your address, you don't give them the Addy or the social. You damn sure don't give them no goddamn social, because you don't even have a social. The Inslee just has a social. So if you giving somebody a social, you know what I mean? I think there was somebody on my live stream. Y'all need to watch the show Sunday, because there's actually 4 instances where your social security number or your Inslee social security number can be inquired for. I think one of them is a loan. The other one is for what is the other one? There's 4 of them. I know one of them was a loan. I can't remember what the other 3 were. Y'all need to watch this show. I need to go back. I should know this. I wrote it all home on my notes. But yeah, there is instances where they can ask you for the social. But I mean, it's only like for 4 different circumstances. And that is a nice M3. That shit is beautiful. God damn, that shit is beautiful. Woo. I don't even like BMWs, but that thing is nice. But yeah, but there's only 3 circumstances where they can ask you for the social security number. Somebody say rule-free address. That is not how it's spelled at all. Please don't write that down anywhere. Minimum contracts. Yeah. Contacts. Y'all talking about the certificate of origin. I know what y'all talking about, the MSO. Y'all talking about the original certificate of origin for the car. Or the automobile, right? Is that what y'all talking about? I might be tripping though. I thought that's what you guys were talking about. Absolutely, man. Hey, like I told y'all, when y'all out here traveling after like 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., because don't forget, man, like we said, when people get jobs, the new guy gets the shitty hours. The seniority guys, or, you know, the guys who've been there for a minute, they get the premium hours. They get the hours from like 9 to 5, so they can be, you know, there with their children while they're still awake and stuff. They get the good hours. They ain't got to sleep and stuff like that around the time their children are home and their wife is home. So they get that little 3-4 hours to spend with their family, which is bullshit. I mean, nobody should be spending 3 hours with their family. That's crazy. The whole structure's fucked up, but that's a whole other topic. But yeah, so I digress. Absolutely, man. You know, in terms of that, the newer cops get the crappier hours. So if you out there traveling between 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., you know what I mean? They say nothing good happens after what? What was it? After midnight or something like that? Hey, man, that shit facts. That shit facts. I have my ass. I'm usually in the fucking house by then, cause like I ain't a young man no more and shit. I ain't running around, you know what I mean, hitting the bar and stuff like that. I don't do that shit no more. That shit old school stuff. I don't do that no more. But yeah, for the most part, man, I'm in the crib. I can catch up on these comments now. Most part, I'm in the house after like 8 o'clock. I ain't out there running around and stuff. If I am, it's a rarity. But the 3 times I got pulled over, how about this? And if y'all don't believe my theory, the 3 times I got stopped was that circumstance. The 3 times I got pulled over, bro, all of them joints was after 8 o'clock. One of them was at like 2 in the morning, which is the one where I got let off. The other one, it was like, I think it was like 11 something. That's when I got a ticket and shit. And then there's another one I got pulled over at like 9:30 or something. Like, bro, like, you shouldn't even be out after that honestly, to me. But unless you work or something like that, but you know. But yeah, the crappy the rookie hours get the shitty rookie cops get the shitty hours. So when you get pulled over for being out late, it's because the police don't know what's going on. He don't know what no private tags are. He never heard of traveling, none of that stuff. So I actually talked to a gentleman who's into the same information we're into, and he got pulled over last week. And he was like, yo, when he gets pulled over once in one county, they never pull him over again. They never stop him again. After they stop him the one time, they don't fuck with him no more. They alone. But you know, he operates like a creditor. Dude, he moves like a creditor. Shit, he ain't arguing with nobody. If you want to give me a ticket, that's perfectly fine. I'll accept your ticket. Please give me your bond information. The motherfuckers ain't trying to give up no bond information. You know, bring your supervisor out here. Supervisor comes out. Yeah, I'll be more than happy to accept any ticket you guys are willing to give me, any presentment you guys are willing to give me. I'll be more than happy to take it with no resistance. But please give me your bond information with it. Have a nice day, sir. Ain't nobody trying to get no claims put on their bond, man. These people got children to feed, man. That's why they took the job. You feel me? A lot of them took it because they want power and stuff, you know? But get away with shit. But yeah, man, that's why a lot of y'all getting pulled over. Y'all traveling late. From what I seen, bro, I just had a police officer behind me while I was talking to y'all. Literally. Dude went right past me. I mean, it do look like a senior officer, too. Did you get the duplicate MSO from your manufacturer? DME, give it up now. Check out the privacy app. Gives you fake credit card numbers to use on shady website, but it's... I'm going to tell you what y'all can do. Look, if y'all don't want to give, because I actually thought about doing this. I'm just fucking, I never think about it when I need to. If you want, you can get one of them cards, like one of those. You can go right to Walmart and get like a Visa card or something, a prepaid card. That's something you can do, which I might end up doing that myself, which you should have one, just at your disposal. And you can actually put that bad boy on file. And then if they give you a number out and shit, you ain't really that mad because whatever money is on there is the money you use to buy whatever item. Just don't have like $2,000 sitting on there just for whatever you want to have it for, because if somebody get a hold of that card number and take your $2,000, you're gonna be yelling. So if something costs $60 or something like that, you put the $60 on there or whatever off the website, and then take it right off the card. That way, if they get the card number, they like, fuck, ain't nothing on this bitch, broke ass motherfucker. No, I just ain't stupid. You know what I mean? So that's just something to think about. Implied contracts. That's what it's called. Implied contracts. Bewitching hours. Yes, sir. Mike had it right. What do you think about traveling with U.S. DOT private planes? I don't mess with them. I don't want nothing from the U.S. government. I don't want none of that stuff, man. Honestly, I don't need it. I don't need none of that. No, thank you. I know people do, and they don't have issues, but I'm good. I don't want no reason for them to say, well, you took a benefit. There's actually a case about that I have written down in my library in there, where there's a lady that was taking she took a what was it, welfare from the U.S. government, and they basically, you know, they came in the house and checked and see if there was a dude in there. They found an extra pair of shoes that was a man size, so they cut her benefits. So she ended up taking them to court, and they basically said, well, you waived your right to the Fourth Amendment because you accepted a benefit from the U.S. government. You accepted welfare. So your right, your Fourth Amendment is gone. You ain't got that. You lose a lot of your rights when you take them type benefits from the U.S. government, man. You know? You can't really be private if you're accepting public benefits like that. So that's just something you guys gotta, that motherfucker's always calling me when I'm going live. That's just something you gotta accept. You know what I mean? Nope. You can't have insurance without license and registration. As far as I know, that's correct. You can't have insurance unless your car is registered. You can't skate on it. It's not gonna work. Well, I do know a guy that had he had insurance on his car, and then he got rid of the registration but left the insurance on it. And then I mean, I guess that's possible, but you would have had to have your car registered at some point. What's the difference between a national and a citizen other than permanent allegiance to the government or king? A citizen is basically a subject and that you owe an allegiance to that corporation. Like for instance, if you're a citizen of that's why I don't like the term U.S. national, because it says right on the IRS website you're a U.S. person if you're a U.S. national, which means you have allegiance to the United States corporation. So they got all types of terms and shit to trip you up, man. But yeah, as far as the national goes, I like to say American national, foreign national, such like that. That's your nationality of origin, pretty much. So if you're a foreign national, foreign to the United States corporation, which we all know the United States corporation is a foreign government, but they believe they're the domestic and anything else is foreign. So fuck it, you call me a foreign national. As long as they making the paperwork, foreign national is what we're roll with. Especially on where is it? Especially on this form right. Ouch, God damn it. This form right here. This is now I keep my filing cabinet in the whip. When you out here traveling, I told y'all when y'all out here traveling, y'all better have y'all paperwork right. Because if you come across somebody that want to be an ass, and don't be out here being an asshole to these police officers too, man. Tell you, 90% of the problems y'all going through is because y'all got some smart ass mouths. They still got the gun in the army, don't forget. And they can win in the moment if they want to. Y'all need to be, don't be a smart ass when y'all talking to these mofos, because they can still give you they can fuck your day up. Don't get it twisted. They can most certainly fuck your day up. So just make sure you out here with respect. You know what I mean? If you got a dickhead, then exercise your Fifth Amendment and ask for the supervisor. That's what I would do. I would just exercise my Fifth, and with all due respect, I exercise my Fifth Amendment at this point, and I request a supervisor, sir. Let that shit rock. When the supervisor come out, talk your shit. And when I say talk your shit, I don't mean start yelling at the supervisor. Don't do that either, because the supervisor can tell that officer that with the hothead, go ahead and fuck his day up. Bottom line is, don't operate like a debtor and you'll be fine, man. I'm telling y'all. Where's my... No, I should have this in there. I'm slacking, bro. Woo! I am slacking. I should have that in here. I ain't even got my foreign national police policy 1113 in here. I am geeking. I'm glad I said something about that, man. I'm going to have to grab that when I'm in the crib. Yeah. I got to have that, man. I'm usually prepared. I got everything in my other car. But yeah, man, I'm about to log off of here. What we talking about real quick? The department still give you the dress, cop ask you with your dress. You don't care and say we already read that. Check the privacy app. I already said that, saw that. When you say foreign national, that's for the geographical North America and not DC. That makes sense. Your foreign national, man, like if you look on your local, if they have it public, because some of them don't have it public. The foreign national police policy in Baltimore is 1113. If you want, you can still read it just so you can see what I'm talking about. You can go right to Google and put in foreign national police policy 1113 Baltimore. Put that in the Google bar and read the entire thing. On the first page, it tells you what the definitions to the contract are. The definitions are, it has diplomat on there, consular officer on there, it has foreign national on there, and the definition for foreign national says any person who is not a U.S. citizen is a foreign national. So if you're not a U.S. citizen, it's very simple. You're a foreign national. I don't see why people make this so complicated. Not you guys. I'm just saying. People be like, yeah, well, what should I call myself? Well, you call yourself a foreign national if you're not a U.S. citizen, right? When they ask you for social security number because they use the numbers as trust action. Yeah, but see, the thing about the social security number, yes, they do become trustees when they get it from you. But I mean, I don't like giving it to them because they'll try to associate you with the straw man, the ends lead just. The best thing to do is to get yourself an EIN and start, moving private. That's what you should do, man. And then also, why I just did this show, I just did this segment on the show Sunday. Why are you still using the social security number with the Equifax breach that happened? Like, after that Equifax breach, nobody should be using the social security number anymore. I don't understand why people are still using it. Now if you're using it because you already had stuff open with it in there and you're trying to wean yourself off of it, that's one thing. But you got people out here that know this information that are still using that to set up like new lines of credit and stuff like that. You can get a line of credit with an EIN. You don't even need a social security number to get a line of credit, like to get a credit card or something like that. You don't need it, man. How could I find mine for Virginia? Um, if you don't see it on Google, try another search engine because I know I have 3 search engines and I'm able to find a lot of them in different cities by using 3 different search engines. Everything ain't on Google. Google hides a lot of shit. You might want to use Google and DuckDuckGo. I usually by default use DuckDuckGo, but I'll be honest with you. Um, Google has more information because it's a more powerful search engine. It's just not private when you use it. But if you're looking for a foreign national police policy, that shit's public anyway. So anything you don't mind the public seeing, go ahead and use for Google. But in terms of private, I like DuckDuckGo. But like again, for something like this, it doesn't matter. You can also use Mozilla Firefox. They got a good search engine too. You can use Ask Jeeves is another one. I haven't used that dude in a while though. It's been like probably 4 years since I used Ask Jeeves. Ever since you got Mozilla and DuckDuckGo, there's no reason to use that. But if you want to try different ones and find different cities, you can do that. Yep, and keep that binder in the car. Yes, sir. My man's talking that. Yes, sir. Keep your stuff in the car, man. And don't have like 70 pages in the whip though. You only need about maybe, I would say, I probably got about like 15 pages. And the only reason I got that many is because when I print up a file, it might have like 7 pages attached to it. You don't need to have a whole entire, joint in your car. It ain't got to be all that. Not necessary. Benefits and privileges usually are with the straw man. You just have to cut ties and separate the straw man. That is facts. That is facts. My man is on point. What about a CPN instead of an EIN? I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro, and I ain't gonna hold you. I know I don't speak on nothing I don't know about. I don't know shit about CPNs. You're gonna have to holler at my man Tony about that. Maybe I'll get him on this weekend so he can explain to y'all how the CPNs work. At least the gist of it. He ain't gonna tell y'all about the private sauce. Y'all gonna have to read for that. But Tony ain't gonna give y'all the private sauce. He only gonna tell y'all on the public side. Has anybody used private plates to travel to Canada or Mexico? See, here's the problem, man. The lower level functionaries. That's back to square one with that. Lower level functionaries don't know what's going on. So if you got private plates, they not gonna know what it means. They ain't gonna know none of that shit. You're probably gonna have an issue. I mean, you can try it and let me know how it goes, but I ain't nowhere near either one of them borders, so I won't be doing that. But yeah. In theory, it should be fine, but in theory, isn't necessarily how it goes. I mean, technically, there shouldn't even be no border between Canada and Mexico and America. United States of America anyway. Shouldn't be no border because it's all landmass, God's land, and God didn't create no borders. The Most High did not create borders. That's a man-made creation. But of course, the man-made mofos is the gatekeepers with the guns and the military behind them. So you got to move a certain way. Yes, you can insure your automobile as pleasure auto, not as vehicle. Use your passport when you go for what? What website you using to insure private stuff, man? I talked to a guy, Travelers Insurance, and he was saying, yeah, in order to register, in order to put insurance on your automobile, it has to be registered. So I'm pretty sure, like, if you can register household stuff, you should be able to register your whip. Like, if you can register your not register, but if you can put insurance, I mean, on your stuff in your house, like let's say for instance, you want to put insurance on like your television and stuff like that. Well, the televisions have a serial number, and I'm pretty sure in order to insure stuff like that, you got to give up the serials. So it might be a situation where you might be able to just put the VIN on that bad boy and insure it like that. I don't know though. I haven't tried it. It makes sense to me though, because you don't have to register your television with the Department of State. So I don't know. Who knows, man? Akeem L. Yeah, I listened to Akeem L before. He's cool. That dude sharp. All right. I think I'm caught up, man. So I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, I think that's insurance under goods, UCC1 filing. Yeah, you could do that too. The UCC1 filing. You could also do self-insured if you if you're feeling up to the task, you can do self-insured. Yes, sir. All right, man. Well, let me get out of here. I got to head up to the law library. Nice talking to y'all, man. Thank you so much. It is the Foreign National Born Natural A6. Good to holler at y'all, man. We will be back. I might do a pop-up video or something like that between now and actually, I'm gonna do a video when I get there, showing y'all like the stuff I'm doing and all that. So that's how we rock. But I'm gonna holler at y'all. All right, peace out.